Hi students, today we are going to study chapter number 3 of Honeydew book Glimpses of the Past. That means Ateet Ki Jhalak. Students, in this chapter the writer is going to display the pictorial glimpses of history from 1757 to 1857 through speech bubbles. With these speech bubbles, we can clearly understand the message of writer in short. So, students, first of all, I would like to start the story from the first paragraph, first bubbles, the martyrs. Students, in the first picture, we can see Lata Mangeshkar singing a patriot song, "Ay Mere Watan Ke Logon" for his countrymen on the occasion of Republic Day. Now we would like to advance ourselves towards the second part of pictorial glimpses. It has been called the company's conquests. With its superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century India. Indian princes were short-sighted. That upstart Raja Bah called the English merchants. They will help me to defeat him. The people had no peace due to some constant fight. The rivalries helped the East India Company, and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. A far-seeing ruler like the brave Tipu of Mysore fought the British till he died fighting. Thank God, there is peace in the country now. No more wars, no looting by thugs. How did Indians react to this conquest? It is God who sent the British. Our destiny is linked with them. Some kings were not good, but after all, they were of this land. The white man has killed the dethroned our king. Now we have become slaves of foreigners. Students, in second part of this pictorial masses, pictorial pictures, we can see the writer is showing the potential condition of company's conquest over Indian rulers, saying that they were short-sighted and used to fight each other. These rivalries helped British rulers to overdo Indian princes, including Tipu Sultan. Some were believing that British rulers have come to make a peace, but some were believing that very soon they will overpower us. Students, now we would like to head ourselves towards the third part, British rules 1765 to 1836. Religious leaders preached ideas like untouchability and child marriage. Anyone who crosses the seas loses his religion. All the misery in the world is due to women. The truth was that Indians had lost self-respect. The British scorned them. The natives are unworthy of trust, incapable of honesty. True, Your Honor, but I am honest. Being merchants, the British wanted quick profits. Their heavy taxes forced farmers to abandon their fields. But your men are taking all my crops. You are still in arrears. If you don't pay next week, I will send you jail. In the next picture, we can see still the British invented other methods which gave them more profits. The goods manufactured in England should not have any import duty when brought into India. A good idea. The East India Company's laws began to cripple Indian industries. Inevitably, famines followed. Between 1822 and 1836, 15 lakh Indians died of starvation. The British policies ruined the expert artisan and their business. So, students, in third picture, we can say on the other side, the writer has picturized the miserable condition on account of untouchability, blind belief, and the poor condition of women. British started believing that Indian rulers had lost their self-respect and their own natives were not having trust in them. On one side, British were willing for quick profit as per their business. They overloaded extra tax on Indian farmers in spite of not having enough amount of crops. Still, Britishers were thinking of new methods for gaining profits in the form of not applying import duty on their goods. Suddenly, famines made 15 lakhs people die of starvation between 1822 to 1836. Now, students, we can see the fourth part of this pictorial glimpses. It is telling about Ram Mohan Rai. In the first picture, we can see Ram Mohan Rai, a learned man from Bengal, understood what was wrong with the country. Let us not despise ourselves. Our ancient culture is great, and we are capable of greater achievements. We must first reform our society. Superstitions have been ruining us. He told his wife, in second picture we can see, he told his wife Uma, cows are of different colors, but the color of their milk is the same. Different teachers have different opinions, but the essence of every religion is the same. In third picture we can see he was attracted by science and modern knowledge. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. He started newspapers, but suspicious British stopped them in 1823. In the fourth picture, we can see he crossed the seas and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them, "We accept you as rulers, and you must accept us as subjects. But you must remember the responsibility a ruler owes to his subjects." So, students, in fourth part, we can see the destiny sent a learned man to make away the unfortunate condition of the country. He has a strong belief in own rights and rituals. We are talking about Raja Ram Mohan Rai. He felt the capacity of greater achievement in his religion. Even he told his wife about the same blood in Indian people in spite of having different caste and religion, taking the example of different cows having same color of milk. He started believing in practical knowledge of society. He tried to size up British situation of enrichment. He made remember Britishers to understand their responsibility for their peoples as they were ruling over the country. Now, students, we would like to see the fifth part of this story, operations, how to suppress the people. But the British continued to, in the first picture we can see, but the British continued to oppress Indians. In 1818, they had passed Regulation 3rd. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. Picture number second. All the time, British officers in India drew big salaries and also made fortunes in private business. In third picture, by 1829, Britain was exporting British goods worth 7 crore rupees to India. The British prospered on the company's loot while Indian industries began to die. In the fourth picture, Governor General Bentinck reported back home, "The bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plains of India." Students, in the fifth part we can see in 1818 Britishers passed Regulation Act to suppress Indians as they could be sent to jail without trial. On the other hand, British officers were living luxurious life in India. Britishers were importing high amount of good for gaining profit worth rupees 7 crore As a result, Indian companies were ruined. So students, जो अब तक की स्टोरी हमने देखी, जैसा कि राइटर्स हमें अतीत की झलक दिखाना चाहते हैं और उन्होंने पहली पिक्चर से स्टार्ट किया जिसमें लता मंगेशकर हमारे देशवासियों के लिए मेरे वतन के लोगों का नाम गीत गाती रहती हैं। फिर सेकंड पार्ट की तरफ जब हम आते हैं तो इसमें कंपनी के जीत को भारत के ऊपर दिखलाया गया है कि किस प्रकार से भारतीय शासक आपस में लड़ते रहते हैं और उनका ब्रिटिश वाले फ़ायदा उठाते रहते हैं। बहुत से छोटे बड़े राजकुमार भारत के अपने अहम के दृष्टिकोण से आपस में फाइट करते रहते हैं। यहाँ तक कि भारत के बड़े शासक टीपू सुल्तान भी इस युद्ध में शिकार हो जाते हैं। कुछ भारतीयों का ये मानना होता है कि ब्रिटिश भारत में शांति का संदेश लेकर आए होते हैं और उनकी वजह से हमारे इंडिया में लूट खसोट का काम बंद हो जाता है। परंतु कुछ देशवासियों का यह भी मानना होता है कि कुछ भी हो, हमारे देश के लोग हमारे देश के होते हैं, लगता है कि अंग्रेज़ हमें लूटने आए हैं। दूसरी तरफ हम ये देखते हैं कि भारत के धर्मगुरु भारत में अछूत और बाल विवाह की प्रथा का प्रचलन करते रहते हैं। उनकी ये मान्यता है कि जो कोई भी देश छोड़कर बाहर जाता है वो अपना धर्म खो बैठता है। यहाँ तक कि औरतों के लिए हमारे देश में और भी दुर्दशा होती रहती है। धीरे धीरे करके भारतीय अपना आत्मसम्मान खो बैठते हैं और अंग्रेज उन्हें लालच देकर अपने मिलाने का प्रयास करते रहते हैं। यहाँ तक कि ब्रिटिशर्स का प्रभाव भारतीय किसानों पर भी होता है, जो उनके ऊपर भारी भरकम टैक्स लगा करके उनको अकाल की स्थिति में छोड़ देते हैं। किसी भी प्रकार से उन्हें टैक्स पे करना होता है, अदरवाइज उन्हें बिना ट्रायल के जेल भेज दिया जाता है। ब्रिटिशर्स ब्रिटेन में उत्पाद किए हुए सामानों को भारी मात्रा में बिना इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी लगाए इंडिया में भेजना शुरू कर देते हैं, जिसके परिणाम स्वरूप भारत के लोकल व्यापारी खतरे में पड़ जाते हैं। अचानक भारत में एक प्रसिद्ध विद्वान राजा राम मोहन राय का प्रवेश होता है, जो भारत की स्थिति को समझने का प्रयास करते रहते हैं। उन्हें विश्वास है कि हमारे धर्म में बहुत ही ताकत है और उत्थान की प्रबल क्षमता है। वो अपनी वाइफ को ये भी समझाते हैं कि जिस प्रकार से विभिन्न गायों का दूध एक जैसा होता है, उसी प्रकार से सारे भारतीयों का रक्त एक तरह से है। अगर हम मिलकर काम करें तो हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। वो लोगों को व्यवहारिक ज्ञान के बारे में समझाते हैं और विज्ञान के ज्ञान का महत्व देते हैं। वो ब्रिटिश जाकर के समुद्र को पार करके ब्रिटिशर्स को समझने का प्रयास करते हैं और अपनी बातें बताते हैं कि जिस प्रकार से आप हमारे शासक हैं, आपकी ये जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि हम भारतवासियों का भी प्रजा होने के नाते उत्तरदायित्व तो आप समझें। सो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस वाज द स्टोरी. I hope you have understood properly the speech bubbles of the story. Now you would like to attain the exercise of comprehension check question number 1, 2, 3 and 4 that is already given in the picture. We will try to see you in the next video with the second part of the story. Bye.